Hey yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Hesy, back with another video. Now like, check me out, you feel me? Now listen, I told y'all boys I was coming with a gadget loadout. Hey, shame on Hesy, you feel me? I told y'all I was gonna drop this one before. I told you I was gonna drop the gadgets before I dropped the mental, but obviously you see I'm mental. Now, the reason I'm mental before I dropped the gadgets one because I was streaming, you heard me? And somebody in my chat made me go mental the last second before I could even get my loadout done. So basically, the power I'm in right now is Celestial, but y'all got this mental loadout, and this loadout fucking smacks. I'm not to lie. I do not like mental's AoE, you know what I'm saying, the melee loadout, but I love its single target. Mental has one of the strongest single targets, if not the strongest single target, and the thing is with mental is you can't even use the amulet on single target. So just imagine you could use it, right? It's talking about like their 35% for mental is hitting 100k per second. If I got one buff troll and I'm just hitting there with, dude, my thing was hitting 100k per second. I wish I had the clip, I would have showed y'all, but I do be live streaming on Twitch. That's where you see all the damage, because I do be trying to hit some hard numbers, you feel me? Like right now I'm Celestial, I'm trying to hit 500k with Plague. I'm on the road to try and hit that shit too, you feel me? So look, this loadout was blessed upon me with my chat, you heard me? Shout out to all my boys in the chat, especially you all here, you feel me? He was the one that really clutched up and helped me with this loadout, and I'm here to bring it to y'all, so y'all boys can have the sauce, so y'all boys could be top DPS, so y'all don't have none of the problems. I'm going to leave all the timestamps in the description below, or if they're not in the description, check the comment. It should be the top pinned comment, and I want y'all boys to run up the like button, you heard me? Run up to 100 if this loadout helped you or anything possible. I'm going to go over your white stocks, your artifacts, and your loadout, you know what I'm saying? You got 3 different ones. Well, actually, you only have 2 different loadouts you need to worry about: a melee and a single target. You don't need to worry about anything else. And that's really it, man. I hope y'all boys enjoyed this video. And you see the video stop playing, so let's go ahead and show y'all boys this nice ass single target. This is my favorite thing to do. Damage. Let's get right! Alright, man, so look, the first thing you want to do, man, you want to come to your little base, you feel me? Wherever your little base at, you want to come to that bit. Make sure your generator mods are max, and you just come here for your tactical mods. You already know the drill. Alright, so basically you want to come over here. This is where you pull up all your tactical mods at. You got your head, everything is down here. You go scroll to the bottom, you're going to find them. Now basically, let's get into these white sockets, alright? So basically I use my blast adapter for my weapon just so I can get extra damage with my, you know what I'm saying, tap up enemy every 20 seconds, you know what I'm saying? For my head mod, I'm using Critical Menace 3. Now, I recommend this for you if you have, like, I'm not gonna say anybody could use this head mod, but just to play it safe, you could probably put Neo Venom Boost or like, I mean, I recommend you put this right here because most of the time you can't hit it the way I'm gonna show you the rotation of the loadout. So go ahead and pick Critical Menace. Just scratch what I said. So for the neck mod, you got Escalating Might. The back mod, you got Accelerated Menace, which is gonna tie with this one. You know, I like when they got two mods that tie with each other, like Rage. You got Accelerated Berserk for the head mod. Then you got Accelerated Berserk for the back mod, and you got Supercharged Berserk for the head mod. I just like how the white sockets be tied together when they got 2 of the same one. For the chest mod, you want to use Penetrating Strikes, no Extended Supercharge, no Core Strength. Penetrating Strikes is the way to go if you're going for pure damage. If you want to have more Supercharge, you can put Extended Supercharge, but you will lose out on damage, excuse me. For your leg mod, it really does not matter. I put Restorative Telekinesis. For my feet mod, you are going to need dashing combos because Mental's melee is like purely Whirling Dervish and what is Vortex Trap. And I'm not gonna lie, I really do not like those 2 moves. I do not like spamming those 2 moves, but if you want the max damage, you go ahead and put that dashing combos in your feet, and you're gonna be sitting in one spot stationary. For your hand mod, you will not need max damage. You need improved stealth. If you've seen it from my last video, it's taking me a minute to put things in the comments, but I will get to it, you know what I'm saying? Check the description on this video for the timestamps. But right now, let's get into these artifacts. Alright, so the artifacts I use for mental is really the transformation card, the strategist card, and the Eye of Gemini. Now I will have to say, I keep it 100. I use every artifact for mental. Like, I use all my DPS artifacts because like the EOG does not give you proc of damage like when it's just sitting there. Like EOG only works when you pop a supercharge. So I might just, you know what I'm saying, when I'm just fighting some dailies or not go doing an alert or a duel, if I don't have a supercharge, I will go ahead and throw my Grimorium because Grimorium is going to do more damage than just me just sitting with a Eye of Gemini on, basically. So basically, I use all my artifacts, but the artifacts you will need for mental is the transformation card, the strategist card, and the Eye of Gemini. You will use this loadout right here for your melee loadout. If you do have the amulet, you would change out your strategist card for amulet, and you'll be running a transformation card, amulet, and Eye of Gemini. Now this is for your melee loadout. If you do not have amulet, this is what you'll be running. If you do have amulet, you will be running that. And I will only recommend you running that amulet on your melee because you can't use it in your single target. And only recommend it if you got a nice healer. It's not the wave if you got somebody that's struggling to heal you. All right. So basically in a single target loadout, oh, I just missed that all the way. But in my single target loadout, I use basically the same artifacts, but I just changed out one artifact. I use my transformation card still. I use my strategist card still. And the last artifact I switch out is the soul amplifier. Now, that's really all the artifacts you need. So if you really think about it, you really only need what that is. Transformation card, strategist card. You really only need 4 artifacts. If you have the extra money, you could probably get you a Grimorium, Linnaeus, Amulet. These are 2 good artifacts. You also got the Scrapper Soul Cloak. When you don't have any superchargers, you could throw it on and go build your superchargers. Like, I use my artifacts. I just be artifact swapping. Like, it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to really explain it, but you really only need the transformation card, the strategist card, the solar amplifier, and the Eye of Gemini. That's the only artifacts you need. As you can see, this is my single target artifact guide right here. Single target artifacts, and this is my melee artifacts right here. Now, like I said, if you do not have amulet, you can go ahead and put the strategist card on, and it will still work the same. So that makes you, so it basically makes you save money instead of go ahead and spending everything on artifacts. Now that we're done with them artifacts, I'm about to see y'all boys on them loadouts. Let's get right. All right, y'all. So I'm about to show y'all. All right, y'all. So I'm about to show y'all my loadouts, man. I just want to say a quick shout out to my boy. Shout out to my league. It's not serious for letting me use the league hall. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's my league, I can use the league hall. But shout out to them boys. You know what I'm saying? Them boys really came clutch with my league proficiencies because you know what I'm saying. That's what I really need. My league proficiencies. All right. So look, basically a loadout left from right with your mental melee loadout. Now I am going to be using this loadout without the amulet. I'm not going to use loadout with amulet, and I'm not going to use it with the Eye of Gemini on because I can't get damage with these artifacts on if I'm not popping a supercharge. Like this artifact right here, I'm not gonna get damage from it unless I'm popping a supercharge. This amulet this artifact right here is gonna kill me, and I won't really be able to test the sparring targets because it's gonna kill me. So basically, I'm gonna go on my EOG loadout, my regular loadout, and I'm gonna show you the max amount of damage you could get, but you're not having the artifact swap on some artifact you won't use, which is the Grimorium. So I'm only gonna be testing this out on the sparring targets because the Grimorium actually does damage. You could just go ahead and guess if you had Eye of Gemini on, of course you're going to get more damage than the Grimorium because you're going to be popping supercharges, and if you pop it on top of somebody else, you're going to get their damage and yours. It's just free damage. So basically Eye of Gemini is basically when you got supercharges. I'm going to basically using Grimorium on the smart targets. I know I said that in the last clip, but I'm going to say it again just so you know if you go ahead and test it and your damage is not the same. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how I spec. I know I don't usually do that, but I usually put everything in super powered, max out these things. And if you got your might and power, max that out. You want to max it out and put the rest in your precision. You feel me? Super speed. This is what I spec. I just grab everything I can so when I go any power I want, it's just there. The only move I really don't use is tornado pull. Actually, I'm gonna just buy that right now on the clip. Actually, chat. Not chat. I said it like I'm streaming or something. Shout out to my stream. You know what I'm saying? The link is in the description. We be going crazy on the road for that partner. But this is my super speed. This is my atomic power. Like I said, I grab anything I want just in case I switch my power. I do not have freezing breath because that I only use it when I go ice, and I'm not about to go ice anytime soon, so I'm not gonna get that. So all right, let's go into the loadout from left to right. So basically you have Psychic Prison, you have Robot Sidekick, Rolling Dervish, Vortex Trap, Invisibility, and Mass Terror. If you do not have your hand mod improved stealth, invisibility will not work the correct way. All right, so on your visibility loadout, you want to put Robot Sidekick. You can layer this loadout any way you want. This is just how I did it so it can be quick for my fingers. So I got Ambush Sleep, Fair and Bloom, Speed Drain, and Mass Hysteria, and Ambush Pain Blast. Now these superchargers right here are for when using your EOG. Go ahead and go into stealth, pop one of these. These will be your 2 superchargers you spam the most, Fair and Bloom, and then Speed Drain. And by the time by the time you get another one, hopefully Fair and Bloom is up. If not, go ahead and throw a Mass Hysteria. I really wouldn't recommend it because it's a 5K. You really want to just be spamming these 2,500s to try and get as much damage out as possible. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to spam your EOG, but that's just me. Hopefully you got an EOG healing, you can just spam it. All right, so that's the loadout from left to right. I'm gonna show y'all boys what the damage could look like on the sparring targets, and then we'll be on to the single target. Now I will not be showing the damage with ammo because I don't have a healer next to me. I wish I had a a troll, so like a buff troll, but right now I'm sitting at 98k base might. When I buff up, I'm sitting at 105k Actually 107k. I think what these are, what all my artifacts, they gave me 5% might. I'm sitting at like 107k while buffed. But I will be doing these loadouts unbuffed, just for the, actually I'm not gonna be doing them unbuffed. I'm gonna be doing them buffed so you can see the max amount of damage you can get with the loadout. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody has 200s. Not everybody gonna be buffed, but I'm gonna show you the max amount of damage you can get, so you'll be able to see, oh, well, if he's using max damage, I wonder what mine can do towards the max damage. Now I'm gonna go lie, I'm not max gear. I don't have the max might yet, but to say, I'll have to say this will be the max amount of damage you could get. All right, so let's get into this rotation. All right, so as y'all boys could see, I started off with 104k mic. 104k 10-second parser. Then I went up to 121k. Then I went to 142k, which is gonna be basically my peak, because I think that's when my mic, neck mic actually starts to tick in and give me that 2% mic. And I really think that's why I went to 140k. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that's my peak. Then I went down to 131. Then I went back up to 149. Obviously, I could have probably got more damage. I'm not gonna lie, because I did mess up. But I will have to say, the one thing about mental, make sure you do not, I hope you do not skip over this, but if you know a homeboy, he skipped over this. When you go into stealth, well, basically improve invisibility for mental. If you jump out of ambush, it cuts the animation. And you can go straight into surprise attack, right? So as long as you pop sleep and then jump, it will cancel the animation and you can go straight into pain blast. This shit is really, it's really crazy. And then it comes to the single target, it gets even more crazier because invisibility and stealth for gadgets has lag. It's like so crazy. So jump and you're going to get both ticks or both hits. You can just jump cancel the other move. It's real like crazy how mental is, and I kind of like it. Mainly for the single target, I do not like sitting in one spot the whole time just doing this. So let's hop into the single target, you feel me? All right, so for my single target loadout, I am still buffed. I'm sitting at 105k mic because my mic will be sitting higher because I just buffed. But the things you run, this is the artifacts you'll be running. I'm sitting at 105k, but the loadout from left to right. Now this loadout is, I'm not gonna say complex to use. They have two different ways you can use this loadout. But basically, I'm gonna go over it. So you have psychic prison, invisibility, telekinetic pull, terrorize, robot sidekick, and amplified heat vision. You get heat vision from the iconic moves. All right, so I got the robot sidekick in here. I got ambush sleep. I got my neo venom boost, and I have mass hysteria. Of course, you need neo venom boost so you can get the most single target damage as possible. But when my neo venom boost is on cooldown and I have an EOG spammer, I'm gonna go ahead and throw mass hysteria in there just so I can get some more damage with the ads. But this is not the main supercharge you always want to pop. You always want to go to the neo venom boost first because you want to get as much damage as possible. All right, so you have menace in here. That's why I got the head mod and the back mod, and you have ambush pain sleep. Ambush pain blast. All right. Now, the only thing difficult about this loadout is actually getting pain blast clipped into menace, because as you know, in the last clip, when I popped pain blast, I came out of invisibility immediately. But you have a split second. If you time it right, you could pop menace. You could pop 3 whole moves inside of this, which is crazy. With gadgets, you could pop 4 to fucking 5. Loadout coming soon, but it's fucking crazy with gadgets. But this move right here, this is how you get the most single target, because once you pop this weapon buff, the head mod, right, it says critical menace, it gives you critical strike chance. But with people, what it doesn't say, it gives you a critical ability attack chance too, which will be 2%, and it's going to be basically helping your power, right? So I'm gonna show you guys the loadout left from right. This is the artifacts I'm going to be running, and I'm going to show you the different ways you can pop it right now. So you can obviously go ambush and clip into menace, and you could just skip the whole cutscene. Not the whole cutscene, but you could skip the whole split second thing where you have to do it on time, and that's just a safer way to do it. Now they have another way where you jump, pain blast, and then you go into sleep. You pop sleep, and then you go into pain blast, and you can still get minutes to pop. It'll be looking like something like this, and you can still end up popping it. Obviously, I fucked up right there. I didn't pop it. Let's see if I can do it again. And you know you'll pop it because the purple things will come around. You see, this move is not in my regular loadout, so I had to have popped it while I was in there. See, if I go down to my current effects, it is popped. That is the only way you can tell if you actually popped it. Now I'm gonna wait for the purple balls to go away again and show you. This is the way you can get the fastest amount of damage, by going into clipping that. But sometimes I'm not a professional and I won't always hit it. So I might just clip my ambush sleep into my menace and just be careful so I can get my damage. Now, this square move hits up to 300 Ks. 300 Ks. This move is fucking strong. But I'm gonna show you right now. So you jump cancel and you clip. See, I obviously fucked it up. I'm gonna try it one more time. But the safer way is the other way. And I messed it up again. See, I don't always get it every time, so I'm gonna show you what I usually always do to play safe. Like, say I'm about to buff up and try to get the biggest number I could hit. I'm gonna just play it safe. You clip those two into one and just go right into it. Because I don't have time to mess up my damage trying to clip this thing into the lag. Because you have to get the lag on point. And when you get into the raid, you got to time it differently on top of that. So it's really difficult. So now I'm gonna show y'all boys the loadout from left to right and show y'all so y'all can see the damage you can potentially get. Yes, sir. All right, so as you boys can see right there, I got a 77K parser, 72, 65, 67, and 66. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my shit was hitting harder when I first hit that boy, but as the balls get lower, you know what I'm saying, of course, with a 35% in your loadout, you're gonna start hitting it more, but 77K parser is not bad. Some of them powers not even hitting that. Mental, I'll have to say, it has the strongest single target. I have to say mental, gadgets, nature, fire have like the best single target. That's me personally. That's my personal opinion. If you have something else in the comments, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put it. But mental has a high single target. I have to say it's better than gadgets as long as you hit everything right. Like, I wish mental could use amulet. It'll make it so much better, but it can't. Now I'm just gonna throw a tip in there right quick. If you're running one Pacific raid or you're running a raid that has ads, you take out telekinetic pool and you'll put phantom flames so you can just get AoE damage, right? And that's just basically how you get your ad damage, because you go run into COUE, you know what I'm saying? When they got first boss, when the eyes come out and you want to maximize your damage, you want to take out telekinetic pull because this is a single target move, and you want to throw in phantom flame so you can get the eyes, you know what I'm saying, damage them out and get them out quick, because mental doesn't have that hard hitting volcanic supercharge like fire, or intome like earth, or maybe sorcery has even a hard hitting move. It doesn't have one like quantum, temporal vortex, or water with the call of the deep. So basically your damage is that phantom flames. You know what I'm saying? You could call out mass hysteria, of course, but who about to use that shit? It's a 6,000, and you could pop a whole Neo Venom boost and have way more single target damage. Of course, you could use Bow Barrage, but this is a 10K supercharge, and nobody's popping a 10K supercharge. So best believe, sit on your 5Ks. It's no, this move is just not worth it. It's just not worth it, bro. It's just not worth it. So let's get into my reviews on mental. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I actually love this power. I'm not gonna say I love, but the melee loadout is really what I hate. You know what I'm saying? The mental single target is beautiful. I'm talking about hitting 300, 400 Ks. I haven't hit the 400K with it, but it is possible, because let's just say you had two buff trolls, you're gonna hit a 400K. Trust and believe. You know what I'm saying? They got tetrahedron zone, they got their little buffs, you're buffed, or even off a cookie, like, you're going to hit a 400K. But the most I've hit was a 300K. If you want to see it, come check it on the live streams. You know what I'm saying? My next power is about to be celestial, so you don't want to miss that. We're gonna have a gadgets loadout. The gadgets loadout is the one that's most wanted, but it's taking the longest to come out because I don't stay gadgets that long. People don't really like to see me the strongest power, so we be mid. But still, on the subject of my power, I don't plug it in my Twitch channel. So basically, mental single target is beautiful. Best believe, if you're mental and your single target is not there, you're doing something wrong. Now, if your melee is not there, sure, you know what I'm saying? It's Whirling Dervish does a lot of damage. The Vortex Trap does a lot of damage, but I don't know. I don't know if I really recommend that. Like, I don't really like popping it. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't like popping Vortex Trap because it just leaves you stationary in one move. You can't really move around. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I like to be able to pop my move and still jump around. You feel me? This stuff, I can't move. So that's really the only thing I hate about mental. Single target is beautiful. Like, you can't change this up right here. Like look at this. You can't make this shit up. You can't tell me you do not want to hit this on a daily. Like, that's 175. I'm gonna keep hitting that boy. And mental is just fun. I like those powers that have the second loadout variant. Like, I remember Nature used to have it, you know what I'm saying, with the wolf form until they made it a supercharge, but I mean it still has it because it's a supercharge, but I'm gonna pop one Neo Venables so y'all can see on the damage right there. You see I got an 84k parser right there. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see what Celestial's hitting. I think I could hit a mil with Plague. If I'm hitting 300k with this move, you don't think I could hit a mil with Plague? Like, I don't know. That's just me. That's a 92k parser right there with mental. That is almost 100k damage on single target. Mental is just crazy. Mental is just crazy. Nah, man, look. I hope y'all boys enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all leave it a comment, like, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all boys on the next video. I'm going to try and upload more actual content, like, with the power before I actually drop the loadout, because that's how you get ready for the loadout, right? All right. Hope y'all boys enjoy this shit, man, and I'll catch y'all boys on the next one. Hey, link is in the description. Check out my Twitch. We on that road for partnered, and we gonna get it. Let's get right.